First name's Donnie, last name's Glover. Entered the winning for the long haul, baby. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. How y'all doing? All right, all right, all right. It's showtime. So we had a guest originally from out in Colorado. He's a rancher. But apparently that's not going to happen today. So we had to get some makeup going on. Get a makeup guest who is now MIA. But nevertheless, we're going to keep going. You know what that is? That's some ginger tea. Lord, I love it. Ginger, a little lemon, a little honey, a little habanero. Yeah. So, I've been noticing, looking at television, and one particular news outlet, you know, Westmore been in there all of 3 days. He been in there all of 3 days. Thursday, Friday, Monday. Fox is jumping on him like he stole something. Did I miss something? The man just got in there. What is up with these reporters on Fox, black and white? What is their problem? They don't like black people in no position. Well, they better get their hind parts ready because it looked like he going to be there 4 to 8 years. So I don't know what they going to do, but they look real ugly. I mean, damn. It's like somebody just coming in the door, and as soon as they come in the door, people jumping on them. They just came in the door. Where does all of this hate and vitriol come from? Did they not get none? Are they that miserable with life itself? Why don't they just go down to the harbor and jump in? Jump in and take your restaurants with you. And then this same news outlet, I'm talking about Fox, they'll go around and tell us that Vignoraja is somehow worthy. Imagine that. Freak nasty. They'll bring Theroux, they got him on the bench right now. They bring Theroux on, and Theroux can't even buy sex. Let's just call it what it is. He can't even buy sex. He's down in the Annapolis or in the special prosecutor's office, whatever. He's trading state secrets for a little shot of loving. Pushing up on a reporter, trading our state secrets. But then he wants to come on television and lecture us about right from wrong. But on top of that, he get caught over on Greenmount after dark and gets a couple of cops in trouble. And whatever female or pseudo-female was in the car at 1 o'clock in the morning on 25th and Greenmount just left. This is the picture that Fox paints. Whoever they put up must be good. And whoever they don't put up must be bad. Well, whether you're a Westmore fan or not, and there are a lot of Westmore fans out there, but whether you're a fan or not, how the hell can you jump on the man after 3 days? And Donald Trump been down there, caused the insurrection, should be under jail, facing a firing squad, and you say absolutely nothing. And you come on TV looking real stern, like you really know, you've really got the story together. Not as dumb as a bag of rocks. So that's what we got here. I'm cutting back on the coffee, Darius. I'm working on it. You drinking coffee? I'm working. Well, I got some tea. Trying to turn over a new leaf. Trying, Darius. I'm trying to. Yeah. I know. Detox. That's what it's called, Darius. George Hall, Reverend Doctor. Woo. It's that habanero. So I guess finally decided to show up sometime this millennium.
Wow, peace, King. Great morning, everybody.
Okay, you got
Little
the
technical difficulty this morning. All right, good to see you. What's going on, Donnie? Can you hear me? Oh, I'm still in. Hello.
See, that's what happened when you show up late. You mess up the flow. You're late. We
Yes, sir.
Time is money.
Yes, it is.
Time is money.
And you awesome as always.
I know.
Yes, you are.
Tell them about yourself.
Hey, peace, everybody. Good morning. Chef T. Terrence Dixon. You know, been around for a little while. Terra Cafe, located in the heart of Baltimore City. But also, I smile a lot when people say Terra Loft Consulting. You know what I mean? We've been really helping out a lot in Baltimore before we even had the name, helping small business, helping community, and just really showing Black awesome.
Black awesome. What's Black awesome, babe?
Black awesome is something that, you know, we've lost touch with so much. Matter of fact, a lot of people never even really had it to understand that just how awesome we are. We've let other people actually write our script. They tell us just how bad we are, how we don't make it, how we're not going to win. And we want to shed some light on the real truth that we're awesome, that regardless of what situation that Black people have fell into, we've always come out champions, regardless.
You know, I was just talking about that, about this image that Fox paints of Baltimore, Fox News.
Yeah. All news, though, Donnie, all of them, man.
No, Fox is a special breed.
Yeah.
I'm a news connoisseur. They are a special breed of hatred.
Yes, they are.
I was sharing that Westmore been in there all of 72 hours, and they on him like he stole something. I mean, damn, he just got there. Whether you're a fan or not, it's like, damn. But Donald Trump, they let his lily white ass just walk on around and cause an insurrection, get his vice president damn near killed, and don't say a word. Like they don't see it. That's that selective amnesia. Kind of like Karen out at Central Park calling the police on a brother who bird watching, like brothers don't bird watch. Do people know that Black people were the first on this planet? Because I get tired of, you know, trying to make people aware. And so when some people come to us, it's like a little baby telling their great-great-grandparent, hey, that's the sky. Do you know who you are? Do you know who your ancestors were? I mean, I see you got all of that Black art behind you.
Yeah, you know, they don't teach it in the school, and that's what I'm talking about.
Well, tell them about them bricks right there. Tell them about those bricks behind you. Tell them where they come from.
You know, I love the story, and I share every time the youth and people come to the cafe, you know, and you're definitely on point. A lot of times when you don't know what your roots are, you can create yourself to be any flower that they want you to be. All right. But the one key thing about us at, you know, here at Terra Cafe is that really trying to show people what their roots are. The bricks that you've seen behind me. Matter of fact, first, let's give a big shout out to Baba Tate. All right. That's the artwork that you see behind me. It's really reflective of our society and what's going on today. But the bricks, let's get back to the bricks. After slavery was abolished, all right, in words, all right, after slavery was abolished.
Because they locking up Black people like it's going out of style. And Black people getting locked up like it's going out of style.
Like I said, in words, it's still there.
You keep standing on the corner throwing bricks at the penitentiary. Come February 1st, oh, people got what, 7 days? Ivan Bay say they locking up everything that moves.
How do you feel about that, Donnie? How do you feel about that?
Dude, we tired. People tired. The police have taken a knee since Freddie Gray. That's how I feel about it. The police have taken a knee since Freddie Gray. How do I feel about it? That was 2015. I'm now chasing addicts out of my alley that do not match the majority demographics of Sandtown with no repercussion. But you let me go over to Bolton Hill and stand on the corner with a bag of dope, nodding, and they will lock me up quicker than a Baltimore speed camera. And that's the inequity. They'll come over and mess with your restaurant, but they let.
I'm listening to you.
They let other people into our neighborhood who's selling liquor and other poisons and don't say a word to them.
Mm-hmm. You know, that
you ain't gonna mess with the liquor store. Whatever you do, you not, because some people might come out and try to fight you. Leave our liquor store alone. Even though they're selling dope out the side.
And they don't live there.
Oh no, they damn sure don't live there.
And they don't live there. You know, that's some of the things.
But they do get shot there. And here's the craziest thing. Insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result.
Yes,
what
sir.
do you say about people who get shot on this corner and they come right back to sit on that corner? If I get shot on the corner and God bless me to live, I ain't never going that corner no more. That's just me. That's a bad corner. I don't want to go over there.
But you want to know what? Everybody keep pointing our finger at our people. We have to point our finger at the systems. You know, being
a part of it is us, because we won't think for ourselves, man.
I don't know, Donnie. See, I look different. I look at different sides of the coins. I look at guess what? If you take somebody and you start them as a child and you tell them that they're not worth anything, they can't be anything, and you put them in areas that look like that, okay, and then they leave that area and they go to other areas and they see people that don't look like them, but those neighborhoods are awesome, then what happens? The narrative of that.
Some people should not have children.
Who?
Some people should not have children.
Whoever God blessed to have kids, let them have kids.
No, hell no, because that's what we got this right here. We don't have parents. Some people should not have dogs because they don't take care of their dogs in a simple fashion. They should not have dogs. They're a problem. Their dogs bite people. They should not have dogs. Some people should not have guns.
And some people should. Okay? And some people should. If you're not protecting me, I need to protect me and my family, right? Or am I wrong?
50%
or do I trust a system, all right, that really hasn't looked out for me in any way, shape, or form for so long?
50% of the murders in America are that of Black people.
Yes, sir.
50% of the murderers are Black people.
Yes, sir.
I don't know about you. I don't care nothing about politics. That's telling me I got more problems out of somebody that look like me than somebody who don't.
I got a question. Can we go to science?
In the immediate future.
Can we go to science?
If I go to the store and come back, I ain't worrying about the white boy, I'm worrying about the Black boy.
Can we go to science?
Those are facts. Okay.
Yeah, those are facts. I'm gonna give you some facts too, if you don't mind. If I can give you a slight example like you just shared just now. All right. Long time ago, 50s, 40s, 60s, something. They did an experiment. They put a bunch of mice in a box. They gave them food. They gave them water. They gave them space. They just multiplied. They lived happily ever after. They took the same mice. They put them in a small box.
They didn't live happily.
Let me finish. They put them in a small box. They gave them no food. They gave them little food. They gave them little water. Guess what happened? They killed each other. What is the difference in our community today? All right. What's the difference? All right. They haven't given us opportunity. We don't have access. And then you have youth that you have raised. You know what our youth are today? They're a report card of grown-ass people like me and you.
We are the dinosaurs.
Yes, we are.
We are the dinosaurs.
But we're the root.
We are the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs are extinct.
Yes.
Because whatever happened, they did not adapt. We can make whatever explanation and articulate all of the nuances of our situation. But if we don't adapt, we will die.
Hey, how do you make food out of air? Poof. How do you make housing out of air? Poof. How do you make opportunity out of air? Poof. I just help me a little bit. I'm with it. I'm with
We
it.
the willing.
Anything that will take people further, our people further, I'm with it. But
we the willing, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much for so long with so little that we are now qualified to do anything with nothing. Let me give it to you again. We the willing, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We've done so much for so long with so little that we're now qualified to do anything with nothing.
Yes, we are.
We've done that. We've built this country. We've built Africa. We've built empire.
We've harvested none of it, brother. And we've harvested none of it.
Look at Africa. Look at Africa. Look at Africa.
Yes.
It's a crying shame. But the problem is that you missed the introduction to this show with Michael Zolikoff, the Dr. Zolikoff, says that we don't like poor black people.
Dr. Z was on here today?
You're not listening. I want you to put your listening ears on.
I got my
in the intro to this show, he does a snippet where he says that we don't like poor black people. White people don't like poor white people.
That's facts.
People don't like poor people.
Because we've been, you know, what has happened is that profit is more important than people. Profit is more important than people. That's what we've been taught. All right. And that's taken on understanding of somebody else completely that doesn't have anything to do with us at this point in time of just everyday human. You know, we're getting ready to start up something new again, Donnie. I'm glad you brought it up like that. We're getting ready to start up something new again. Our Neighbors Without Walls. Every second Sunday for over, wow, that's a long time. Over 11, 12 years, we got together as community. We put together meals. We did a little bit of cosmetics for people. And we went and hit the neighborhood. But it really wasn't about those people that we shared the meals and the actual cosmetics with. All right. Guess who it was about, Donnie? It's about us, because we've allowed society to desensitize us from caring about one another, you know, and we care about more so what we look than what we do for others and how we take care of ourselves, even ourselves. You know, we hate ourselves, you know. So, I mean, these are some of the narratives that, you know, I look as definitely the change for Black people, for all people at this point in time. And I think COVID had to bring that around, that it's got to be something more than, you know, the big cars and the big houses. If you don't have your health, if you don't have your family, what are you really doing? You know, they don't party all night.
Do you think we make a lot of excuses?
Too many. Too many.
Do you think we follow through enough in business?
I think we follow through as deep as people get, you know, like you've heard it so many times. You're not going to be able to save everybody. Okay. Some people, you're going to have to just show them so much success that they're going to want to reintroduce themselves to you, or they're going to have to reintroduce themselves to you. And I mean, these are the root of what I look at, that the foundation of recreating our community again. We have to recreate it. We can't mess with the shit we got right now. There's no correcting of any of it. It has to be recreated and intentionally for us. Okay. Meaning that the people out there, as you look through Baltimore now and you talk about your neighborhood, I hear you talk about it all the time. Matter of fact, I ride by in that big building on the corner. I would love to own it. But guess what? It's so much.
Talk to Kenny Bird.
Huh?
Talk to Kenny Bird. We'd love to have a real business in there.
Come on now. Maybe we can help Kenny Bird get it together and get a new business in there for that community. How about that one?
Kenny Bird's into whatever business, but it's been a business in there, I guess.
Okay. Hey, we can improve. Then we just say we
certainly can improve. And let me tell you something. If you say you run a business, run a damn business. Go to the state office building, first of all. Get legitimate.
Yes, sir.
You can't just talk. We like to do a lot of talking.
Yeah, but you know what? That's why I'm here. That's why Terra Loft Consultant is here, is really tell you how to get this thing together. listen, I got more wrong than I got right, but I'm still standing. And a lot of times, guess what? We just don't know how. So here's the thing that me and Robert DeShield have this conversation always. We have so many conversations wrapped around this thing of economics, that when you're hungry, you'll eat anything. And see, Black people have been put in a position where they're consistently always hungry. That, and I don't mean just for food, but I mean for themselves.
We were put in position, or did we put ourselves in position? At some point, just like a dope fiend or alcoholic or a gambling addict or a sex addict, at some point we got to take ownership of ourselves. Let me give you a classic example. They were building
they get help. They
really
get help.
famous, really popular church. They were building a church because they had some huge water bill or whatever. And so they were building a church, and they were having a church meeting. And all of these people asked the questions. And I asked the very last question. I asked, is your contractor Black?
Oh!
And this Negro, this knee-jerking Negro said, wasn't a preacher. It wasn't Oscar Brown, but it was his assistant said, we don't care whether or not they're Black or white. We just care whether they're good. I could have went up there and spin kicked him.
Did you drop kick him in the throat?
I wanted to drop kick him in the back of his neck into the harbor. You get all of your money.
And see, that's leadership.
From the Black community. 100%.
You heard what you just said.
You have an idiot to stand up before your people and disrespect your people.
Come on.
We can do whatever we want with you. No, you can't, you clown.
You have Black people running in that church.
There is a lack of leadership.
You're right. You're right.
Lack of leadership. Too many poo butts.
Well, you know what, Donnie? You know what this new year brings?
Call a spade a spade. We need to stop. We got a Black mayor, a Black governor, Black attorney general, Black treasurer, Black speaker of the House.
And we're still stuck where we are.
I'm not going to say that.
Yes, we are.
I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say
now
the
amount of money that has gone across.
Now it's time to deliver on your Blackness, because you got that position on your Blackness. Then what you going to do for Blackness?
Ooh.
Because if you come back with the same thing that non-Black is saying, why do we need you?
Wow. Wow.
The white boy going to work harder to get my vote. The Republican will work harder to get my vote. We have no excuses now. Tell them come correct.
You get serious, boy. You get serious.
Tell them come correct or don't come at all.
Come on, man. I understand. It's a serious matter we got out here right now.
A famous Black restaurant is dealing with some people harassing them about not having outdoor entertainment after all we've done. A few years ago during Stephanie Rawlins, Big Ear Blake administration, they were messing with my man for his thermostat being off like 3 degrees. And I'm like, well, why don't you take that same time and energy and go over to Penn North?
Wow. Who's this guy? Who's this guy you talking about?
They were messing with my friend Terrence Dixon.
Oh, okay. I
said Terrence Howard. I've been working on my little Terrence Howard voice. But you know what I'm talking about. You.
Still standing. And what?
I remember Boyd called Jack. Jack made the call to the health department. They came over there and boom. We're going to miss Boyd Rutherford.
Yes, we are. You know, I sent him a text. I told him I've been trying to play phone tag with him for a minute. But I definitely know that things are a little bit better because he ran through that run. Period.
I supported Hogan. What was it? What's that boy named Marshall Bell? Marshall Bell was Donnie, you supporting Hogan. Marshall Bell. Remember him and his brother Lawrence?
I remember all of it. Because who was running against Hogan?
1999. Martin O'Malley kicked him in the back of his neck. You ain't heard from him since. But he's going to talk smack to me about supporting Hogan. Now, I don't know if you've seen it, but I've seen a lot of Project Core knocking down vacant buildings all across this city, and I'm very grateful. Now, I know he certainly hooked up some white boys and they made some extra millions, but I'm just talking about basic services. Look at Baltimore City public schools.
Horrible.
How do we not have schools and recs in the communities where the murders are happening? That's the part I just don't get. None of these elected officials have addressed that. None passed. Only one in the past that addressed it was Kurt Schmoke. The only one that came to Sandtown. The only one.
Wow.
The only one. None of them Negroes come through here. Except the, smile. I was in Sandtown. We should rob your ass the next time we see you. Come through here. I like the politicians that know not to stay long. Hey, bye.
It's a lot of them, though.
Bye.
That's a sad case, though. That's a sad case when you have somebody that you elected or somebody that's elected for your area and they do not feel comfortable in your area and they do not really care about your area. You know what I mean? I got a few stories. I've dealt with quite a few politicians for quite a few years. They come when they need something. They come when they want to show a black awesome. Okay, they come for a photo op, and then when you need them, you don't see their ass.
I want to ask you this.
Right? Yes, sir.
When Hogan, this was some years back, when Hogan came to your restaurant, I was there. I'm not sure if Boyd was there. I think it might have been just Hogan, but he stayed, and we sat at the table right there at the steps, and there was an elder there.
Yep.
And we sat down together, broke bread, and he stayed. It wasn't like it was, hey.
Nah, it wasn't a hit and quit. He stayed. Even Rutherford, whenever he came, he stayed.
Do our Democrats do that in your establishment? Now be honest. Don't.
Why are you gonna do that to me, man? They come when you come. And then when you go, guess what, Donnie? They go. Okay.
I like the person that's trying to earn my vote. I don't like the person that takes my vote for granted.
I don't want you to earn my vote. I want you to appreciate my vote. I want the person that appreciates my vote. That means that you're going to work hard. It's going to be diligent, and you're going to be intentional for me. Okay? Appreciate my vote.
And take my phone calls. Take my phone call when we come.
Whoa, don't do that.
Don't change your phone number. Don't change your phone number when you get in there.
And don't answer people.
Because when I see you in the street, I'm gonna smack you.
For you.
When I see you in the street, I might have to put hands on you.
You've been putting hands on people for a long time, Donnie.
In the name of Jesus.
Boom shakalaka laka laka. Yeah. But very, very much so.
Hey man, you ever heard the legendary Last Poets from New York City?
Yes.
They talked about how much we are playing. Meanwhile, our kids are dying.
Yep.
Our kids are in a traumatic situation. If the kids in the Baltimore City public school system were majority white, I honestly believe white folks would have shut it down.
No,
but we done got soft.
We wouldn't
have civil rights leaders that ain't civil at all.
100%, bro. 100%, Donnie.
100%. Where are our fighters? Where are our freedom fighters? We just celebrated Dr. King. Who's going to take a bullet for black people?
Wow. You know what, Donnie?
You need to take that text out. We don't like you being distracted.
Well, I'm just trying to get something here. I just wanted to share some information.
You want to take a moment? I can take you off screen.
No, you ain't got to take me off screen. But you want to know what? I like what you said just now. Where are those freedom fighters? One of the things is that a lot of times when I sit in a lot of community meetings and stuff, we keep hearing about the 60s and the 50s.
What about now?
70s, all right, but ain't nobody talking about now. Nobody.
Look at these fools, man.
Everybody wants to reflect on, like that high school football quarterback. 30 years later, he's still talking about that last touchdown he made. That shit ain't no good for us now. We need to talk about the game we're in now. We need to talk about the players we have now. And we need a consistent plan with community. Not 10 different community leaders with 10 different plans, but one plan that you have leadership that has the ability, because sometimes, you know, leaders have to be able to follow too. A lot of times when we get leadership, they can't follow. Only thing they can do is just lead, you know? I don't know that, you know, I don't know when we're going to change our mind, but I know there's quite a few people out here that have changed their mind and they want to change the narrative of how our communities are being handled. And it definitely right now, it's like code red, you know, our city. Every time I'm almost don't want to watch news anymore, because there's always a shooting and something else, but the story is always twisted in some way that is really not for us. You know, I think there are certain situations that the Black community need to take a bag of popcorn and let society fix and heal themselves. And we need to really focus on us. We need to be intentionally looking at new ecosystems for us and not trying to take up the same game that manipulates Black people. And just because you Black, you saying you don't manipulate them, you're doing the same thing. You're taking the money, you're not putting it into the community, you're not really giving directions, and you're not giving access.
And you don't really help nobody but yourself.
Yo,
you know, a lot of people
are your backup.
A lot
I
of
am
people,
my backup, son.
A lot of people, you know, when you're moving down the road, you got a lot of friends. What's your mother tell you about friends? You said, "Mama, that's my friend."
Ain't got no damn friends. Just like a bucket of chicken. Everybody want to be around you. As soon as that last piece of chicken gone, what's gone? They gone. They gone, Donnie. They gone. They gone. They gone.
You know what?
Can we talk? Can we pip this up a little bit?
I gotta get one more. I gotta get one more jab in for the cause.
Okay, please, just some positive stuff, man. That's what 23 is about.
No, I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Go ahead.
Did you see the Harriet Tubman movie on PBS where a Negro, just like some of the ones we got in office, ran up on Harriet and said, "Harriet, I don't think you know where you're going." And then Harriet, you remember how them white cops did the hip toss on that Black lady out Baltimore County when Johnny Ochesky first got into office? Well, Harriet Tubman did a hip toss on this dude, and she put that 45 right in his grill. And she said, "Boy, if you don't get yourself in line, I'll blow your brains up." We are people that complain, why did Harriet Tubman get the big piece of chicken? Why did Harriet Tubman get to sleep in the bed? She done freed 1,000 slaves, but that's a lot of us. Why Harriet get the big piece of chicken?
Because she earned it.
But we don't want to earn nothing. We don't want to help nobody.
Want to give it to us.
It's me, myself, and I. Wouldn't help Jesus. All right, I'm off my soapbox. Go ahead.
Right,
do your thing.
All right, let's talk about some great things that are going on in Baltimore right now. You know, a lot of good things.
You say the election is 2024. It's next year.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about what we're going to do with our community. I don't think that we need to keep governing ourselves by these elections. That's when we decide to get together and do stuff. It needs to be on a consistent basis every day, all day, 365. You know, that intensity that we have in community, that love that we have for community, that accountability that we want to hold our politicians and those community leaders accountable for. It seems as though that only time that it happens is when they want us. You know, you said it at the beginning. You know, Democrats has kind of like really taken us, and they've kind of taken us really for granted.
Democrats don't understand business.
They don't. And you don't know what the one thing is this, as I was speaking to somebody, and I keep conversations personal and private, but it was somebody that I definitely respect. And what they share with me is that a lot of leadership within our communities now, they're not really for us with our community. And he could not have put it more eloquently. He said, only thing they do is resume building. Okay. They have no intention for solving these problems in Baltimore. They have
also do a lot of damn tweeting. They do a lot of damn tweeting.
Well, I don't know. I think that, you know, how is it that we're in like such a brink of challenges?
Someone needs to stay off social media and
we keep partying.
Do some damn work.
How come we keep partying? What are we celebrating?
What are we tweeting for?
Yeah.
A grown man just
Donnie, we're going to talk about positive things, can we? All right. Hey, I tell you what, let's do this. I'm going to break the ice a little bit. All right. We're working on great things right now. As Donnie mentioned to you earlier, we've been kind of really put a little foothold on our live entertainment for over 18 months now. We're kicking it back up again. We found out some new systems to make it work for us. Yep, that's right, Donnie. I see how you did your eyes. For 18 months, we have not been able to have live entertainment outside of our garden.
Wow.
All right. Got a cease and desist order. A lot of people signed my petition. Thank you so much. And you haven't heard from me because it got real bad. I had to actually make decisions between my health and my health. Okay, because it got real stressful that when you know that you've done the right thing.
In a majority black city with black elected officials, a black entrepreneur who employs black people gets a cease and desist order.
Come on now. And you know what? Let me give some facts too. Guess what? We were the first business in anywhere that created a space, an outdoor space. And the lieutenant governor got my covert plan about maybe 4 days afterwards. And it was about the outdoor experience. Huh?
Can you put that thing on mute?
What is that? That's my I don't know what the hell that is, Donnie.
Man, damn gadgets going on, man. Messy. Do you do that on CNN? Don't do that on Black USA.
Yo, that's what makes it special.
No, that's ratchet.
I don't think so, but we gonna keep going. But listen, we got a great open mic tonight. All right. From
you had something last night, didn't you?
Yeah, we had jazz last night. What we've been doing also is with the Jazz Society. All right. Every fourth Sunday, live jazz from 5 till about 9. All right. We've been talking with a few new people in reference to bringing more events back into the cafe. And we've did a workaround where we're doing live entertainment inside right now. And guess what? When the weather breaks, if we're still in court, if we're still going back and forth with zoning, all right, we worked it out. You're going to be able to see and hear awesome music, the awesome entertainment in our lovely garden. You know what I mean? So
what did Bob DeShields say about this? We advertised Bob DeShields on this show. What did Bob DeShields? I'm just
he's
so
been fighting. Yo, Daddy O's been on. He's been on the grind, and what we've gotten.
I'm so annoyed by these people. Where do they come from? Under what rock?
That's the problem. That's the problem. When you have people that are not from your tribe and not from your community making decisions about you, they haven't sized up yet. They don't know the importance of it.
Did you tell Brandon Scott?
We've had the conversation, me and the mayor and Robert DeShields quite a few times. We were given promises.
If your girl start acting up, then you take a friend. Did you ask the rude, freak, nasty Vignaraja? Since he always on Fox. Freak Nasty. The one that got caught up the street from your restaurant with the hooker. Did you ask Sheila Dixon? What about Ivan Bates? What about PM Smith?
You know what, Donnie? I'm gonna tell you what. I should not have had to ask anybody.
You shouldn't have, but we do.
Let me finish, please, if you don't mind, sir. We've collected over 2,800 signatures. We had 40. Okay, we've had over 40 letters from influential people and just people like me and you that have said this. We've had the Baltimore City Police Department state that this is one of the safest places in Baltimore City. And that was given by their leadership. About 10 people in their leadership saw what we did here with our live jazz, with the interaction that we would have, 50, 60, 70, 100 people, white, black, purple, plaid, 8 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy. But the one thing is they shared the love for art. They shared the love for
you stole my line. That's my line.
What's that?
8 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy. You know you got that from me.
If you like to think so, yes, okay. All right, like I said, but the one thing is that it showed what Baltimore really is built of. We're built of small communities and family. Okay. So
we also need to expose these sorry politicians that can't support our black business. Let me tell you this. If politics does not translate into economics, you have nothing.
You got nothing.
Zero. Nada. Nadie.
Well, you know what politics is? Politics is economics. You know what I mean? You know how a politician wins? With a check. That's what pays.
Politics determines who gets what, when, and where.
Exactly.
Allocation of scarce resources, that's the economics. So if your politics doesn't coincide with your economics, you have nothing. And that's what we have, nothing. We got a lot of churches, whether they're built by Black people or not. We got a lot of churches. We're really good at playing church. Will the ushers please come down? It's now time for our general offering. The Lord love her for cheerful giver. Real good at church. But right across the street from the church is 3 vacant buildings. See, if you're talking about the transformational power of the Christ, your whole world's supposed to be transformed.
Come on, man.
Oh,
Get out my head, Donnie. Get out my head.
Your spirit, you're supposed to be renewed. Hold up, we celebrate Christmas and put all of this emphasis on the Christ, but we have no concept of Christ in our lives.
Keep practicing and we never get in the game. They keep practicing and never get in the game. I remember when we started Neighbors Without Walls, that was a conversation that a lot of people thought that, why are you doing this on Sunday? I said, but you know what? Because I practice all month and I want to play. Okay. All right.
In other words, you should be in church on Sunday, giving the Reverend Biscuit Head or Reverend Corn on the Cob, or as David Miller said, Reverend Hoop and Holler. But meanwhile, outside the church,
people, that's where it's really needed. That's where it's needed.
It's needed with the person that
don't have decency and order in their life. It's needed with the person that doesn't have the ability to put on that nice suit. It's needed with that person that doesn't know where they're going to stay at the night. It's needed with that child or that youth that's having trauma in their head and don't know who to talk to, because when they go home, that's where it was rooted at, you know. But
how many young people have you employed there over the years, Terrence?
Oh man, shoot, hundreds. You know, I mean, really, you know, cats coming home, kids coming out of school,
coming home from where?
Maybe coming home from jail, or that, you know what I mean? You know, maybe that elder that, you know, their money, their retirement, and their pension plan ain't making it, and they need to you know, they need to get medication or they need to pay a bill. Guess what? I got them. You know, some people laugh at some of my crew like 60, 70. And they, well,
one thing you know about a 60, 70-year-old, they know what them collard greens supposed to taste like.
Come on, man. What you talking about?
I don't want no hoppers on the collard greens.
Come on now.
No hoppers on the collard greens. You got to have some age. Yeah, you got to have a couple wrinkles to make that real good collard green.
But you want to know what it does? It helps trick people into being awesome. It breathes life back into them, and then it shows our youth and those how they should be acting. So it's a way that we have for our community to heal itself.
Terrence, the Hopper elected officials trying to run this city without the wisdom of a Joan Carter Conway, without the wisdom of a Dan Henson. A lot of these hoppers don't want to hear from the old heads. Go ahead, OG. We good over here.
You know, I'm OG status, man. Look at my smile. I'm OG status. How?
If you don't have the OGs, if you don't have the elders, you lack the wisdom.
Yes. Yes. Because guess what? They got the lumps already.
And you know,
and they can share with you how not to get the lumps. It allows you to elevate yourself even further because you don't have the friction or the distraction of what you have to go through. You get really to chase the next level.
We're playing too much, and the kids are dying, and we failed them. $15 billion has come through the Maryland State Lottery. $15 billion.
And still you closing schools because they don't have heat and air conditioning. Because still you have a restaurant owner that goes in the garbage to get books for a school that don't have a library, and he gets a gun pulled on him. You know what I mean? Boy, are we in the right direction, huh? Boy, are we going in the right space, huh?
See, what we really need is that crew from back in the day that'll walk up on one of them cats late night and take them for a little walk out back.
And have a conversation.
Have a conversation.
It ain't too late now.
You have failed our people. I don't know why you keep wanting to be on the TV. I don't know why you keep wanting to
How you
be in
keep coming
elected
around here?
office,
How
because
you keep coming
you're
around
not
here?
serving the people. That's why I like some of them revolutionary movies, and they pull them cats on the carpet. I was watching the show Person of Interest, one of my favorite shows. I don't watch it all now, but they had a mock trial, and they had these same leaders on trial, except Homeboy was the judge, juror, and the executor. We tired of playing with you. We heard all your damn speeches. We saw you sell books. We saw you give contracts to the wrong people. We saw you steal from our people. And then you come around like we don't know what you did. Same with the church. Same with the Catholic Church. Priests going around messing with little boys. They got to have a big old hoopla to finally admit they're wrong. They ain't had no problem throwing dirt on R. Kelly. Them priests are just as nasty. He told you what he was. They up there talking about they love the Lord. No, you don't. Little girl go to the bathroom, get stabbed 10 times in the bathroom. Who does that? So it's wickedness all around, man. Inside the house, outside the house, inside City Hall, outside City Hall. The way these politicians see, the problem in Baltimore, you need a Republican mayor. That's what you need in Baltimore. You need a Republican mayor. I saw Bill Henry and Odette Ramos over at Nancy by a Snack. Odette Ramos is the one who led for the closing of Hose Heights. And she running around. Remember how many times Odette Ramos come in your spot? Vote for me, vote for me, vote for me.
Wow.
As soon as her ugly ass get in there, and then she want to
you don't see him no more. Yo, you don't see him no more, Donnie. They play the games.
Running around looking like a pit bull. Yeah. That's right, I said it.
All right. You know?
She ran around for years. Vote for me, vote for me, vote for me.
You don't see him no more.
Everything she do is against black people. I seen her in a picture with Bill Henry. I'm like, damn, Bill. Damn, Bill. Remember they talked all that smack about Joan Pratt? You don't hear nothing now. Quiet in a church mouse urinating on Coppin. Real quiet. They talk all that smack about Joan Pratt. What's different now? What is different? Meeting with that pit bull. I have a dream. That's your boy. Y'all birthday ran at the same time. I have a dream. What the hell is a march if you just as much a slave as somebody from 1860?
Yeah.
We don't own nothing, Terrence. We own a bunch of churches.
You know
BDC, what is it? BDC, Greater Baltimore Committee, Baltimore Development Corporation. When they come uptown, remember Leon Pinkett? Oh, we're gonna help the community. I see his ugly ass pitch up on North Avenue, but North Avenue looked the same.
But you want to know what gentrification is happening there. All the big pieces are being sold, Donnie. Everything is being developed, and they're gonna let it look like that until the point when they decide to take the sheets off the bed, and then it's gonna be too late for us. You know, one of the key things that we need right now is we need to end this piece of sharecropping. We need to own. You know, own the bricks. We talked about these bricks. These are slave bricks. After, what would happen is that during the Jim Crow law, when you would get locked up, they would send you down the Eastern Shore. Donnie, what was Eastern Shore known as during slavery? What did they call it?
No, it was one of the first places where blacks went in Maryland.
And when someone had a problem with their Negro, what was it called?
Oh, they sent Frederick Douglass to the nigger breaker, Mr. Covey.
Come on,
Mr. Covey didn't know that Frederick Douglass was all dog, and that dog broke Mr. Covey's back.
Come on,
sucker.
That's what they're known for. So what happens when they send these?
He got his back broke though.
When they sent these brothers and sisters to jail on the Eastern Shore, they actually made bricks by hand, all the way up to about maybe 1912, 1915. All right. So when you actually look at any building in Baltimore City that was built before, all right, 1910, 1912, 9 times out of 10, you have slave bricks in there because these bricks were created with slave hands. And the unique part that I share with people is that you'll see they're in different shapes, they're in different hues, they're in different sizes. But once they're actually put together with intent, they'll last forever. This building, this wall behind you right now is 110 years old. Okay. And it is still standing. And that's what our community needs. We need to focus on what is that glue that's going to put us together and keep us right and get away from just actually looking at what is the color, shape, and size of who we are, meaning through economics, through culture.
We're going to church too much, Terrence. We're going to church too much. And the only one
Better
that
being
knows about
important.
business is the church secretary. We got to do better than that.
Yep.
We all got to know business.
We got to get from the seats and get in the streets, brother. All right. You're not going to fix it from the seats. It's not happening. Jumping in front of a camera, saying a couple of slick things, jumping in the car, that shit ain't happening. Okay. We got to get back into the streets. We have to hold accountable. Just like you said, pulling up on people, but also pulling up on ourselves. Okay.
It starts with self. It starts with self.
We have to pull on ourselves. We have to really say, listen, I'm committed to my community. All right. And I'm going to spend money in businesses that are in my community. I'm going to spend money in businesses that are good for my community. You can have some business in your community that really aren't for you, that they actually come and they take money out of your community. When you look at these corner stores and you say it's a beautiful building and the 2 top floors are empty, that's like a big red flag. They have no care for your community. That's a home for 2 families. All right.
So
economically,
I'm reading a letter from 2008. This is 2023. This is from the late Arnold Jolivet. He was the managing director of the Maryland Minority Contractors Association. Mm-hmm. I just want to give you a snippet of the type of giant that he was. He said, while the state of Maryland has had a good and positive record in promoting and fostering minority entrepreneurism, it is very clear that we can do much more. House Bill 598 seeks to take our state to the next level in promoting minority business enterprise within and outside of state agencies. Despite the existence of other state agencies charged with promoting minority entrepreneurism within and outside state, the creation of a commission to monitor minority business practices by state agencies is nonetheless very much needed. We have all of these rules, all of these laws. What we don't have is accountability. We don't have accountability. We don't have, all of the MBE laws are already on the books. We just need the laws followed. We need to follow the law. Do you know how it feels to go down here to the state of Maryland and prove to them that you black in order for you to get some How the hell I gotta prove I'm black? Every damn day I know I'm black. And then you do all of this and find out after all of that paperwork you'd have filled out that in the entire state of Maryland, black people get 2% of the contracts. Now, I don't know about you, but that seemed like a complete waste of my damn time, especially if I can get some money over here. I'm going over there. And that's what I liked about the Republicans. Hey, Don. Hey, Don. Hey, Don. How much does it cost to advertise? Okay, great, Don. Don, your check will be ready Monday. I like that. You know what the Democrats do? Hey, Don, hey, how much you charge? Damn, man. Look, can I get half of that? Terrence, can I put a down payment on a chicken box?
You know you can.
And you stay open? No, you won't stay open because we treat each other greasy. We go give Louis Vuitton, we go give Battagliata or whatever we go give all of these morons and dumb people $300 for a belt. But we look at our brother and sister, can I get the hook up? Damn, man, you charge a lot. Damn, that sandwich $10. I got $9. Go take the dope man shorts, see what happens. No singles, no shorts. That's the line in That's the rule in the dope line.
No change.
No single, no change. No short.
No change, baby.
No shorts. And people conform because they want the product.
When you set the level, it happens. When you set a standard, it happens.
We know how to do business. We were the first to do business. We done just forgot. We done got soft. We got soft since integration, Terrence.
Integration wasn't the best thing for us. And Martin Luther King said it at the end. And when he started talking about ownership and he didn't know where we were going, all right, you know, and you want to know what we talk about, the bus boycott. And that's like such an awesome conversation all the time, because I think that it really shows the skill of what we have, the ability and, you know, the capacity to do in our community, was that we created a whole new bus system. We created jobs for people.
We invented Lyft and Uber. You know they copied off
the community together as one. Okay. And guess what we did when we won? We gave it back. In my opinion, after that bus boycott there, it should have been the forming of a black bus company that should still be there today.
But Terrence, we 15% of the population. You know, we outnumbered.
Yeah, but
half of our people don't even like our
plate of food, one spoon at a time, baby.
How you eat an
elephant, Donnie? Donnie, how you eat an elephant?
One bite at a time. But half of our people don't like our people.
Okay. That's what we talked about, this love. We talked about Black Awesome. Then we talked about Black Awesome.
Preachers need to clean up their act. You can't be knocking off 2-3 ladies on the front row and expect to get the respect of the men. Lucky one of them don't put that 38 in you.
I'm more so.
And then some preachers like other preachers.
Of creating our own. Did I tell you about the event tonight, Donnie?
Oh yeah, what you got tonight?
Did I tell you about
keeping it 100?
Huh?
I know you keeping it 100. We tired of finding out your dog is a cat.
What? You said what about the cat and the dog?
All this time this cat been barking when really he been meowing.
Yeah.
Fool the brothers and the sisters.
Well, I tell you what, we got a great event tonight, man.
All right, what you got tonight?
From 8 to 12. It's happening every Tuesday. You might have remembered Bear Soul before, but we got something even nicer now. Now we got Feel Good Tuesdays. All right. And Brother Mike really put it together. It's an open mic. Come on out if you want to sing, if you want to tell a joke.
Oh, it's open mic tonight.
Come on, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. You know, and this is part of that, of us really focusing on just sharing love, getting outside. You know, one of the things that you've seen the focus of is they keep focusing on these businesses and communities that aren't ours. And we keep running to them, and I'm scratching my head. Why? I fry my chicken right. You don't got to double back. I know that. Okay. And this Harbor East and these other places downtown, it's the conversation I had with the mayor's office before, is that if you keep treating Baltimore City that it's just the city downtown.
What happened to that dude, Ted Carter? I met him at your spot. He was really painting a picture. Ted Carter, deputy mayor. They tried to say he was hitting on the young girls, but I come to find out some people said it was age discrimination. Are they age discriminating down the city hall? Are they kicking you?
That was the brother from Ohio?
Yeah, light-skinned dude. Look like he played
wasn't built for it. Donnie, real talk, he wasn't built for it. Period. Let's go. Next one. He wasn't built for it. Most of the people you have downtown aren't built for Baltimore. They have no clue of business. They have no clue of community. All right. Guess what? Harvard, so what? I dust his ass off when it comes to business. All right. See, that's what it takes for our community. All right. Come on now. I fight just like you. I just do it different. Okay. All right. I just do it different. My dog is different. My dog don't stop. Okay. And see, that's what happens. Everybody comes to Baltimore City and they keep playing with the people and they do not take us seriously. They really do not care. Okay. And I don't want to go to the next gala. I don't want to do no dancing and no strutting. I don't. What I want to do is I want to create an awesome community for my kids,
but we
our elders, huh?
We show up for the gala, but we don't go to the community meeting.
Well, you want to know what? That's crazy, Donnie. You know what? They gave me such an awesome award, but I wasn't invited to the gala. Ain't that crazy? Greater Baltimore Urban League gave me an awesome award. Unsung hero, entrepreneur, talking about business of Black
Greater
Wall
Baltimore
Street.
Urban League, they just did a Black Wall Street thing, didn't they?
Yeah, but yeah, it was focused around me. But guess what happened?
Well, they never mentioned Donnie Glover.
I couldn't come to the gala.
They
So
talk about Black Wall Street.
Pimped.
They talk about Black Wall Street, no mention Donnie Glover.
Yo, brother, come on, man. You already know. You know what? You get. We said it at the beginning. You know, some people try to say something like what? What is the?
I'm glad my blessings don't come from them.
You bet not. Because
my blessings coming from the Lord, and I am the author of I Am Black.
Ah, look at it. And put it out there, Donnie. I didn't see the whole title. Let me see the whole title.
We done gave away 2,000 of these awards. 2,000 in 9 U.S. cities. We ain't waiting on Baltimore. Baltimore had slow and
you know what, Donnie? Next time you go on the road, brother, I'm going with you.
We ain't waiting on Baltimore. So if I wait on Baltimore,
here. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving Baltimore. I'm not leaving Baltimore. I'm not leaving you out. But seems as though that what happens is that, guess what? They don't appreciate you till you take it on the road and somebody else tell you awesome. Now, all of a sudden, now they want to know your ass again. So guess what? If that's what I got to do, I'm on the road, son. All right. But my heart is here. All right. It's got to change the narrative. Okay. Because there are places that are very receptive. They want what TLC, Terra Consulting has. They, you know, the narrative has changed, you know, but the one thing here is you have some gatekeepers, the gatekeepers, you know. It's no way in the world that I should be dealing with a zoning issue 18 months later. It's no way in the world with the economic situation going on in this town and the position that I've shared with this town for over 25 years. I own a half a city block here in Baltimore City. All right. One of the first articles that was written on me was Black Enterprise Magazine. One of the next articles was written on how I created a Black Wall Street. And we're talking over 21 years ago. So this crazy notion of creating a community where you have 5 or 6 businesses that feed within each other has blossomed to something that is so beautiful here.
Well, let you pick up a package of dope. Let you start a dope line, Slim. Yeah, I mean,
they got me.
Go ahead and get that package of Boogie Down Production. She.
All right. And you want to know what Donnie also?
God be the glory. Don't do that, Terrence, because
every day
that's the easy way out. And God got you. See, you got blessings that come way from way far away. You ain't waiting on man.
No.
You're not blessed by man. You're blessed by the one that make the sun come up every day.
You know, and it truly is. You know, one of the things is that you see in our town, you know, I was talking with Tiffany Page, you know, we rock here at TLC, and we talked about how many cohorts and stuff have really come up in this town so far. And we've talked about also just the the growth that you've seen from them. And we really haven't seen a whole lot. You feel me? It's like
we need some Republicans in office. We 5 minutes over. We need a Republican mayor. I said it. We need some accountability because all these Democrats do is keep covering each other's back. And meanwhile, East Baltimore, West Baltimore, where all the murders happening, no schools, no new rent, no investment. Freddie Gray, $21 million was collected for Freddie Gray. All we got was a renovated police station and a new funeral home.
What else you need? Lock you up and bury you. What else you need? You want to own something?
Damn right.
You want to make it nice? You want legacy? Are you crazy?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So Baltimore 2023 is no different than Baltimore back in 1910 when J. Barry Mahul introduced the segregation ordinance.
Yeah.
We know who these racist ass bastards are. They can all go to hell because we coming to get ours. We got to get out of here, man.
All right, bless it. Thank you so much, Donnie, for the day.
I'll let you boy.
You know what I mean? Hey, tell some folks to come on over today. We're gonna run some specials. All right. I tell you what, let's turn that clock back a little bit.
All right, Terrence, leave him with come on, Terrence. Leave him with something pop. Hey, look, it ain't nothing funny or pretty. Our people in a world of trouble. And we keep on, having these little soft conversations Oh, I know so. Our people in trouble. I don't know
We in
if you see
trouble,
what I
brother.
see,
We in
but
trouble,
this shit's crazy.
huh?
This city off the hook.
This city's off the hook, brother. And I'm gonna tell you what, with this new thing of locking everybody up, that shit ain't good for nobody. I said it to the Sun paper 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago. It does not solve a problem.
Some
It
people
does
need to be
not.
locked up, brother.
Huh?
Some people need to be locked up. Over
Yeah,
on the corner of
I understand.
Curry and
Yo,
Lawrence,
Donnie, some people need to be
don't cut
locked
me
up.
off. Don't cut me off on this one.
Go
On the
ahead.
corner of Curry and Lawrence, there's a man that disturbs the peace every single day. Blues all damn day. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. I'm out of here.
Let's get to the root of the problem in our communities too. Yes, we do got to lock up some of them, but not with a big ass net like they talking about.
Oh, not the squeegee kids. I want you to come
All
get these
right,
alleys
and
out
that's
my
the
alley,
joke. You
especially
know what I
the
mean?
white lady. They called me a effing nigger in my alley. I want you to lock her up because she was nasty. I want you to lock her up for being nasty. Eating off a bag in the ground. Oh.
Thank you, Donnie.
You're welcome.
All right.
Peace.